interesting story how I cracked the Chroma account. Fly down from Delhi to Bombay every month. Go and sit at the reception because I didn't know anyone there. The receptionist started to recognize me and she put me onto the correct list. So we listened to the retailers, we took retailer feedback, our team feedback, नहीं जी audio नहीं चलेगा, but नहीं चला. हमने 2 बार ट्राई किया उसको. The end customer did not accept it. The UltraProlink का मैं power segment ले लूँगा. In the audio segment, we didn't have the same acceptance. In the next 5 years, what I foresee is wireless charging is going to compound. Most new brands don't have that staying power, the holding power. They just come in entrant at the lowest price possible. They'll get that entry, but then we are talking about repeat business. At least in our segment, there's no innovation happening. We are still dependent on our neighbor for all the input. If they sneeze, we feel the pinch. We almost got into smartwatches also, but an inner voice pulled me back. To my retail channel and my distribution channel was 8,500 strong, led by the likes of the Apple fraternity, Relay at the airport stores, Reliance and Chroma. We've been able to touch about 4.5 million customers till date.
There are no Apples and Samsungs. Hello and welcome to this new episode of the Startup Caffe podcast. Today I am meeting Mr. Pankaj Mirchandani, the founder of UltraProlink, a company that's building outstanding products in consumer tech space. And we're going to understand his journey, what drives him every day, and learn from what he's building. Hi Pankaj.
Thank you for having me over.
Pleasure to meet you. Yeah. Who is Pankaj beyond the title of founder?
So when I'm not playing the role of a founder, between 9 and 5, I'm actually a full-time member of the 5 a.m. club. I'm a part-time musician. I'm a certified motor skills trainer for children.
So all of these things that you talked about needs a separate podcast in itself.
Yeah.
Let's start by knowing a little bit about your company, UltraProlink.
Yeah. So UltraProlink is now a 12-year-old brand.
Okay.
We build accessories around consumer tech.
Okay.
These would be namely things like cables, adapters, hubs, chargers, power banks, a lot of wireless products, car accessories. And also now we have an interesting segment for content creators in which we do things like sound cards, mixers, microphones, tripods and gimbals.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were you doing before you started UltraProlink 12 years ago?
So I will start from 97 when I finished college. I joined Philips India at that time as an intern, all of 21. I was thrown into the deep end and into the sales job. And that's where I learnt the ropes on distribution. And later on, then I was moved to the factory where I got exposure to product development, marketing. So I did that stint for about 6 or 7 years. Came back and started my own business of distribution, where we were representing international and domestic brands, companies like Sony, Philips, Gillette. And that's when I actually got to run my own business as a distributor.
Okay.
So the experience of Philips plus now my own distribution, which I did for about 10 years, gave me the confidence of about the network that we have built. And that's when we decided to get onto our own, get into our own label.
Okay. So you have production facility here or you out?
No. We design and develop and then we outsource to contract manufacturers in China and in India.
Okay. And how has been the journey of running this company for 12 years now?
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of sweat and tears. We've seen extreme highs, extreme lows. But now I feel that we are at a stage where we are able to predict outcomes. So we know which levers will produce what outcomes for us.
So what are the big buckets of, or let's say categories in UltraProlink?
I mentioned a lot of them, but the major 2 contributors would be the power and connect segment, where consumers actually identify with us and come back and buy us, and there are repeat purchases.
Okay.
And the second segment is the musical instrument segment, where we do karaoke mixers and wireless microphones.
And this mention that you did about content creator related business and products, how did this idea come to you?
So we got into, I was traveling to China for sourcing, and there was one existing factory supplier of ours who had just developed a prototype. And this was not their main product. And he was just roaming around with the prototype, and he says, see if you want to sell this product. And I brought it back to India, tried and tested it, and it was just a prototype at then. We spoke to a few customers and said, हाँ try कर सकते हैं.
You're talking about the mixer.
I'm talking about the sound mixer. That's how we got into this segment. That factory decided not to go ahead with that product. But by then we were quite convinced that there was a market for it.
Okay.
Because at that time, at that stage, maybe 5 years ago, there was no brand doing mixers for the amateur market. There were only pro segment. And then there were brands doing speakers with integrated microphones and mixers. So there was this white space in the middle which we wanted to explore. So I ended up buying the tooling from that factory, and we ended up started. That's how we entered into the segment.
Okay. And how's the segment?
So it's paid us good dividends. We've got our own recognition in that segment. We launched online, we established it online, and now we are diversifying it and bringing it to the offline channel.
So your focus is online and offline both?
Yes.
Both these channels?
As on date, yes.
Okay. And
2 years back, about 3 years back, mainline was a significant contributor for us because that's where our journey actually started.
When you say mainline, you mean distribution, regular
Offline,
distribution?
yes, offline retail.
Okay.
Offline retail. We refer to it as offline retail. Mainline. So about 2 years back, we were focused on that.
How do you split the share between your own e-com and other?
Our own website
Platforms?
is generating very minimal sales. We are more dependent on marketplaces like Amazon, Flipkart, and few quick commerce platforms as well.
तो ये जो क्विक कॉमर्स आया है इस कैटेगरी में, नई नई कैटेगरीज उसमें ऐड होती जा रही हैं, हाउ डू यू थिंक इट्स changing the mix?
So quick commerce
Online-
for us
online
is
buying.
more about discovery. The trust is still built at mainline.
Okay.
The trust is still built on platforms like Amazon, where there's a significant rating and review and social proof which customers are leaving behind. Quick commerce is more about discovery. It's more about price points. So we're also trying it out. It's a new platform for us. But marketplaces like Amazon, Flipkart are more or less established. And of course, mainline is our bread and butter.
So the split would be like 50-50?
Yes, as on date, it's 50-50.
Okay. And when you say mainline, which is your offline retail, you're talking about general market, general retail, or the national retail like Croma and Reliance?
Both. So we are present at Apple stores as well. Then we have the large format retailers like Reliance and Croma, airport resellers like Relay, and then the individual gadget stores, mobile stores. So all this put together comprises mainline.
Okay. तो रफली जितने ब्रांड्स आपने बोले यही तो लोगों को पता है, तो आप मोस्टली सब जगह अवेलेबल हैं?
Yeah, as on date, yes.
At least the big brands, wherever people go to Croma, Reliance, all these Apple shops, if they ask for UltraProlink, they can get that product.
Correct.
Excellent. अच्छा, ये मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था कि आप जब से 12 साल से काम कर रहे हैं, डेफिनेटली इवोल्यूशन तो बहुत ज़बरदस्त आपने देखा होगा. शुरुआती दौर में 100% all mainline, and now you're saying it's 50-50. Where do you see it's going in another 10 years?
So mainline is going to stay. In India at least, where the local shopkeeper is the trust building engine for brands like us. Organized kirana formats have also come, but still the local kirana guy also survives, right? Because of the one-to-one rapport he has with his neighborhood. So mainline is not going to go anywhere anytime soon from India. Online is now getting split between marketplaces like Amazon and then quick commerce. So we see the separation happening there.
Pretty fast.
Pretty fast, yes.
क्या लगता है अगले 3-4 सालों में
the newer
quick
generation
commerce
now
would exceed?
At some point, yes. Unless now Amazon and Flipkart, they are able to scale up their quick commerce models as well. Because the youth today is very impatient. We, from 1 day delivery, now we've come to 10-minute delivery, 8-minute delivery.
I wouldn't only say youth. I think all of us are impatient. If there's a need which has arisen, we want it to be fulfilled really fast, right? So I think quick commerce fulfills that requirement of ours, and it's got to grow only. It's a pity that Amazon and Flipkart, neither of them is able to crack that model. I think Flipkart
they've already launched their own.
किया उन्होंने, but कुछ खास ऐसा traction build नहीं हो पा रहा है.
Reliance, Amazon, Flipkart, इसमें बहुत सारे entrants आप देखेंगे अभी. But you cannot ignore it.
Ecosystem evolve हो रहा है, अच्छी बात है. Consumer is the final winner.
Correct.
End of the day, that's what matters. But ये एक जो problem है हमेशा जिसके बारे में सुनता हूँ, पढ़ता हूँ, returns का जो online में problem है. You also face that problem?
So it's acceptable within a certain percentage. Some platforms are have higher returns than others. But हम लोग अपने business cost में एक certain percent लेके चलते हैं. As long as it's within that percent, there's no cause for alarm.
अच्छा, आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन कि इस कैटेगरी में ये जो मोबाइल एंड कंज्यूमर टेक स्मॉलर एक्सेसरी मार्केट है, इसमें बहुत सालों से मैं देख रहा हूँ कि एक्सेसरी मार्केट शुरू से फ्रेगमेंटेड रह गई. कोई इसमें बहुत बड़े ब्रांड्स निकल के नहीं आ पाए. छोटे छोटे मल्टीपल ब्रांड्स हैं जो शुरू से लैंडस्केप ऐसा ही रह गया. व्हाट डू यू थिंक व्हाई देयर इज नो लाइक बिग लाइक लॉयंस शेयर carrier of any big brand?
So the situation what you're talking about was about 5-8 years back, but now because of compliance, the boys have got separated from the men.
Okay.
So earlier, anyone with a little bit of capital could go to China, put their own label on a few thousand pieces and bring it here.
Yes.
Because there was no compliance, there was no regulation.
Yeah.
But now BIS is the baseline. So, and BIS, the ambit is spreading. पहले सिर्फ power products पे था. अब छोटी छोटी चीज़ों पे हर हाउस होल्ड आइटम पे BIS या ISI आ गया है.
इंडस्ट्री हो गया.
सो इट इज़ कैपिटल इंटेंसिव.
ओके.
Not anyone can just go overnight and start a brand. You need to invest capital not only in compliances but also in certifications and testing. So that is where the separation now is happening. And you are able to see who are the long time players who have survived that market transition.
तो कौन है डोमिनेंट प्लेयर्स इस समय आपकी इस इंडस्ट्री में?
सो हमारे सेगमेंट में डोमिनेंट प्लेयर्स वुड बी पोट्रॉनिक्स, एम्ब्रेन, who work on the similar model as us, both online and offline, and they have scaled quite significantly over the last.
Any reason why no Chinese brand could actually make a big dent like they did in mobile industry?
Compliance being the biggest.
But compliance तो मोबाइल में भी होगा ना?
हाँ होगा, but अब चाइना से ही हम लोग लेके इधर असेंबल कर रहे हैं.
हाँ वही, that actually baffles me क्योंकि मार्केट तो बहुत बड़ी है एक्सेसरी की, isn't it? अब when they discovered that, these OEMs discovered that rather than branding it for somebody else, we can come ourselves, and that's how all these Oppo, Vivos of the world came and they become such big players, right? Vivo is the most dominant player right now with over 40% share. But accessory में ये thought काम क्यों नहीं किया?
So again, when the brand themselves come up with their own accessory range, they're not able to hit that price point which India needs.
Okay.
So handset में वो दे जाते हैं. But when it comes to their own accessory, the value engineering which a third party brand like us can do, they will not be able to do.
What is the industry size right now?
It's unorganized. There is no formal data on accessories per se.
Okay.
We can only correlate it to the handset industry.
Okay.
There are no formal studies and research papers done on accessories per se.
And how is it evolving? Where do you see the technology moving to, and what kind of products you think are going to?
So in the next 5 years, what I foresee is wireless charging is going to compound tremendously. Because now, earlier it was only Apple phones coming with wireless charging feature. Now Android has adopted the Qi 2 platform as well. So we'll see a lot more handsets coming with wireless charging. Hence, a lot of accessories will also come.
Okay.
The second segment where I see some action happening would be the wireless earbuds.
Okay.
Where AI personalization will get integrated, wellness features will get integrated. Right now it is only about music. But now we saw the transition from smartwatches to bands to rings. The data is still the same. Similarly, now we will start seeing the transition in TWS as well. Noise cancellation will become a benchmark. AI personalization, talking to your AI tools through the TWS. All this integration has already started.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there any product which you have which has this AI kind of integration?
No, we are not into TWS. We are staying away from audio.
Okay.
But we are focused on the power segment. There will be innovation in the power segment in the wireless category, like I mentioned. And that's why we already play there.
Okay. अच्छा, आपने कहा कि आपने शुरुआत अपनी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन से की. आफ्टर फिलिप्स यू जॉइन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, तो एक तरह से बेसलाइन सेट हो गया आपका वहाँ. यू ऑलरेडी न्यू द मार्केट, यू न्यू पीपल, एंड देन इट वाज relatively safer and easier to use the same pipeline and bring your own product and do that. But still entrepreneurship है तो challenging ही. जब आपने शुरू किया, अपनी कंपनी बनाई, अपना ब्रांड बनाया, तो what were the challenges there?
So it's a very lonely journey, right? Being the only person from the family, there is no sounding board. So the only sounding board I had were peers in the industry colleagues of mine who had now were doing different roles in different companies. They were the sounding board. And of course, when for 10 years I have built up a network for other brands. Now you take your own brand to the same network, and they say sorry. So that's when you realize that they were actually doing business with you because of the brands that you were carrying. So it took a good 2 years for us to get the first yes. In fact, interesting
2
story
years.
is, yes, interesting story how I cracked the Chroma account. I used to go and sit in the reception, fly down from Delhi to Bombay every month.
Okay.
Go and sit at the reception because I didn't know anyone there in the buying team or anyone in their team. Go used to sit in their office reception every month for 2 years.
Okay.
Till
Interesting.
the receptionist started to recognize me. And she put me onto the correct person.
So you would just go there and sit in the reception?
And I would say, I want to meet the
Purposelessly?
buyer. And I said, I want to meet the buyer.
Okay. And what would they say?
They would say, no, sorry, there's no one available.
And then you would keep sitting there?
I would visit every month.
Okay.
Till at least एक तो मेरे को पहचानने लग गया ना.
So receptionist was the entry for you
Yes.
in Chroma world. Huh? Okay.
And I think she still works there. Her name is Sophia. She may have changed her role, but she's the first person I knew in Chroma.
And was it easier to crack the general trade market? I think वहाँ
So general trade came easier to me because I had done it in Philips.
कर ही
I
रहे
had
थे
done it for 10 years. खूब घिसाई की थी. गाड़ी में माल भर के ले जाते थे. वहीं पे हम चलान पे माल देते थे दुकानों को. So I'd done all the motions. I knew how to handle a sales team. Sales team की language क्या है? Sales team कहाँ shortcut मार सकती है? आज भी कोई अगर मेरे को नींद में भी general trade distribution के बारे में पूछ ले तो I'll be able to rattle off a lot of things. That's like I learned how to swim in the deep waters. It was the online part and now the quick commerce part that I have to, along with my team, I have to learn and relearn and because it's innovating and changing very, very fast.
How big is the team right now?
So internal stakeholders about 40 of us in the team, various roles. Externally, my team extends to my retail channel and my distribution channel is 8,500 strong, led by the likes of the Apple fraternity, Relay at the airport stores, Reliance and Chroma. Through them, we've been able to touch about 4.5 million customers till date.
तो ये जो जर्नी है 12 साल की आपकी, इसको आपको समराइज करके बताना हो 3 बड़ी लर्निंग्स अपनी, तो क्या बोलेंगे आप?
पहली लर्निंग है persistence की, which I even talk to my team about on a daily basis. Second would be stick to identify one channel. It cannot be that I'm going after
Everything.
offline and marketplaces and quick commerce and corporate sales and gifting. You cannot hit all targets at once. So choose your battle. एक टाइम पे एक चैनल पकड़ के उसको अपना एक्सपर्टीज बना लो एंड देन स्टार्ट एडिंग फ्यूल to your marketing dollars. That's my 2 cents from these 12 years.
तो क्या गवर्नमेंट से आपको सपोर्ट मिलना चाहिए आपके हिसाब से?
एक तो recognition होनी चाहिए, some association which is recognized by the government and works towards helping third party brands like us have a firm footing in India.
I think the voice is going unheard. That's
Correct.
one of the challenge you feel?
So the handset industry has their own association.
That's I think pretty established now.
Yes, very well networked with the government, and they have their own panels. They have their own visibility which they get. We need to do something similar. For
Size
our
of industry
as
is also massive and it's very dominant.
Correct.
Driver of economy today. That industry. I think accessory is also a very integral part of that ecosystem, but somehow, as you rightly mentioned, वो recognition नहीं है.
Correct.
कहीं ना कहीं वो recognition आ जाए तो चीज़ें काफ़ी बेहतर हो जाएंगी. तो अब एक मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ जो आपने शुरू में बात की जो बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग लगी मेरे को, which takes me to पंकज एज अ पर्सन. आपने बात की 5 AM क्लब की, तो कब से आप इस 5 AM क्लब का हिस्सा है और क्या है ये 5 AM क्लब?
ये 2018 में मैंने जब रॉबिन शर्मा की किताब पढ़ी थी, देन I experimented with this concept कि the morning time is very sacred. So what you achieve in the morning hours, the golden hours, is going to decide how you spend the rest of your day, or how the rest of your day is going to unfold. तो 5 से 8 या 5 से 9 के बीच में का जो टाइम है, अगर इसमें आपने अपना दिन प्रोडक्टिव कर लिया, प्लान कर लिया, then I think the rest of the day is smooth sailing. But then there's a catch that आप 9-10 बजे के बाद में रात को आप you cannot stay awake. So then the cycle is formed in such a way that if I have had a busy day and productive day starting at 5 a.m. then there's no way I can stay awake at beyond 9:30-10. तो नींद अपने आप ही आती है और खूब अच्छी गहरी नींद आती है.
तो ये जो आपने किया 5 बजे से जागने की शुरुआत जो की, इससे क्या लगता है, क्या 8 साल हो गए आपको करते हुए? हाँ. किस तरह का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आया?
So now it's become like more like a self-discipline. It's a habit that if I cannot get up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., then I feel incomplete. I feel my day is incomplete.
Okay.
So if I'm not able to do my breath work or stretching or meditation or gratitude journaling, if I'm not able to do my scheduling, if I'm not able to delegate my task to my team before I reach office, then I feel uneasy.
Habit का हिस्सा हो गया.
Yeah, absolutely.
रिदम का हिस्सा हो गया आपको. और आपने बात किया आप स्पोर्ट्स खेलते हैं, म्यूज़िक के लिए भी टाइम निकालते हैं. एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर इतनी सारी चीज़ें कैसे जगल करते हैं?
जब शौक होगा तो टाइम अपने आप बनेगा.
So what sports you play?
I play squash.
So that's like a daily habit?
Not daily, couple of times a week. I gym daily, but squash is couple of times a week. You know, with age, one needs to look at the body also, what we are able to do. What I was able to do at 40, I cannot do at this age. So one does need to listen to the body as well. Workouts change with age.
बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो मिलते हैं और आते हैं, सीट पे बैठते हैं, जो entrepreneurial journey में totally lost हैं. They are chasing a vision or a mission and then सोते जागते वो उस तरफ ही भाग रहे हैं और कहीं ना कहीं ये सब important चीज़ें lose out कर जाते हैं.
That's where the burnout happens, you know.
That's why burnout happens. I agree. It's important to keep things in balance.
And we are hearing about very young
people dying
deaths as well. So I feel that
क्योंकि
is
कहीं ना कहीं लोग उस काम की सक्सेस को ही अपनी ज़िंदगी का एक लौता पर्पस बना लेते हैं.
Correct.
Whereas I think the purpose is to create a balanced life.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
और मेरे को एक बात बताइए कि जो आपकी प्रोडक्ट कैटेगरीज हैं, जो आपने बताया अलग अलग बकेट्स हैं, क्या प्लान है अगले 3 साल 4 साल में? किस तरफ ज़्यादा फोकस करने का इरादा है? कहाँ किस डायरेक्शन में जा रही है कंपनी?
My personal philosophy is that we don't want to be everything to everyone.
Okay.
हम as a brand we can't service all the needs of a customer. So we have chosen our 2 segments. हम उसी में 1 inch wide 1 mile deep हम जाएंगे.
अच्छा.
Which is the power and connect segment and which is now for the content creators. So we don't want to get into the audio segment. We stayed away from smartwatches, fitness bands, rings, you know. So the trend, these were all trends which we managed to stay away from. We burnt our hands twice in audio.
Is it?
Yes, because we thought कि consumer ने हमारे को power segment में accept कर लिया है, consumer है, it's the same profile, तो now they will buy our headsets also. But we were wrong there.
क्या हुआ?
Because audio is very personalized.
It's a different category.
It's a different category. So.
While it may fall under accessory, but within accessory, it's
correct.
Different mindset, right?
So we listened to the retailers, we took retailer feedback, our team feedback, नहीं जी audio चलेगा, अपना establish हो गया है केबल एंड कनेक्ट पावर, ऑडियो भी चल जाएगा आपका, बट नहीं चला वो, और हमने 2 बार ट्राई किया उसको.
क्या कौन सा प्रोडक्ट लेके आए थे आप?
We did neck bands, headphones, earbuds, we tried everything and so that's an expensive lesson learned.
But ये जो जनरल ट्रेड है, इसमें जैसे हम पहले भी बात कर रहे थे, because there are no Apples and Samsungs in your industry, and I always hear that and read that कि retailers के हाथ में बड़ी पावर है, किसी भी ब्रांड को खड़ा कर देते हैं, बेच सकते हैं, because eventually डिफरेंशिएटर्स बहुत बड़े तो हैं नहीं, ना प्राइस के पर्सपेक्टिव से, ना लुक एंड फील के पर्सपेक्टिव से. फिर वो कहाँ पे आपको लगता है चैलेंज आ गया? रिटेलर्स का अगर सपोर्ट मिले तो कैटेगरी ड्राइव नहीं हो सकती?
नहीं, बिल्कुल हो सकती है. दैट्स व्हाट आई सेड ना, मेन लाइन फॉर अस इज द ट्रस्ट बिल्डिंग इंजन.
अच्छा, तो फिर ये ऑडियो में कहाँ पे आपको लगता है गैप आया?
कस्टमर, द एंड कस्टमर डिड नॉट एक्सेप्ट अस.
दे वर नॉट एबल टू.
करेक्ट.
व्हाइल दे वर पुशिंग.
रिटेलर ने तो रख लिया. ही हैड ऑल इंटेंशंस टू help us sell the brand, sell the category, but the end consumer did not accept. The UltraProlink का मैं power segment ले लूँगा. The karaoke products are excellent. So these two is where the waters were tried and tested. But in the audio segment we didn't have the same acceptance. Because there the preference was for brands like JBL, Sennheiser, Bose, on the
Correct.
top end.
Yeah.
And then on the lower segment, you have your boats, noise. So very high loyalty. There's like today, if we had the Pumas of the world or the Whirlpools of the world trying to enter into power segment and hearables, they came to the market and they vanished as fast. JBL tried to enter into the power segment, came out with a decent range internationally, never heard of. Consumer ने accept नहीं किया ना. So I'll buy your headphones and speakers is fine.
That's interesting actually. So even if you're big and powerful
Yes,
and trusted, I would still not accept you in the other category.
exactly.
हर ब्रांड टाटा नहीं हो सकता कि वो साबुन भी बिकेगा, नमक भी बिकेगा, गाड़ी भी बिकेगी. It's a very interesting consumer psyche, right? I agree. So I want to understand again your founder journey में जो highs and lows आते हैं, कैसे डील करते हैं आप? अभी भी आते होंगे, आते ही
By
रहते हैं.
staying grounded, so if like I said, if I stick to my routine, then if my morning is within my control, then the rest of the day is within my control. Any kind of problem can fly, small, big and large. But if the morning is not in my control, then I feel unsettled.
If somebody wants to enter this universe, which is the accessory universe, what would be your advice to them?
So market is always there, right? At the rate which we are growing as a country, at the rate which handset adoption is growing, every household has multiple gadgets now. I'm not only talking about mobiles, it could be laptops, tablets as well. We are building accessories around all that. Today, if someone is to enter, besides the capital and the vision, if that person or that team doesn't eat, breathe, sleep, quality and service, then this business will humble you. वो आपके खून में होना चाहिए कि क्वालिटी, कंप्लायंस, सर्टिफिकेशन, ये तो बेसलाइन है. उसके बाद when the customer buys you and experiences you, आप उसको सर्विस देने के काबिल हैं नहीं है. That's when the loop closes.
और मार्केटिंग कितना बड़ा रोल प्ले करता है आपकी
मार्केटिंग
इंडस्ट्री में?
बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करता है. ब्रांड्स हैव बीन बिल्ट आउट ऑफ शेयर मार्केटिंग अलोन.
Look at boat for example.
Yes, but also look at brands like us where we have not gone big on marketing and we've managed to stay alive, right? And we are growing, sustainable growth every year, profitable growth, self-funded, bootstrapped, and there are brands like us in our club also who are very closely held brands, and they follow the same principle ke go after the second order, go after the third order, repeat order, those are metrics that we measure. Customer ka ticket kitni jaldi close hua.
Don't chase any shiny object.
No, it's not about how fast my charger is going to charge or how much bling my packaging has or anything like that. It's about
Consistency and
exactly.
Building genuine trust around the product.
Yeah.
The product becomes the hero.
Correct.
What is, when you were beginning your journey, what is one advice that you got from someone that has stayed with you?
Pick your battles wisely. Like I said, that helped me put things in perspective that you can't be everything to everyone. So you
Choose one thing you want to be
choose
really
one
good
thing
at.
and go after it. We took a good 2 years to decide what we wanted to be. The period from 2012 till 2014, जब हमने brand को trademark के लिए submit किया था, and while we were waiting, we still had that time to decide who we are. And interestingly, I had launched this as 2 separate brands. Ultra was separate and Prolink was separate.
Okay.
Because Prolink had all the connectors and cables in it because of it had an immediate connect, and rest everything which was non-connect came under Ultra. तो हम 2 अलग-अलग ब्रांड चला रहे थे, Ultra and Prolink.
Okay.
Till someone finally came and told us कि आप जितना 2 ब्रांड खड़ा करोगे उतना ज़्यादा आपका पैसा लगेगा, दुगना पैसा. कस्टमर तो वही है. So we merged it, we filed for copyright trademark, and within that 2 years we decided on our product mix as well.
Okay.
So that's how, that's the hidden part of the story that no one knows actually.
You merged them together and then created one brand and put all your focus on building that.
Correct.
And you want to keep your laser sharp focus on this category only. As
Yes,
of now, you're not thinking कि हम ये भी कर लें, वो भी कर लें, नई categories में घुस जाएं.
बहुत सारा नॉइज आता है कि आपको ये भी करना चाहिए, वो भी करना चाहिए. Hearables, wearables, smartwatches. We almost got into smartwatches also, but an inner voice pulled me back. Pulled me back.
ये स्मार्ट वॉच कैटेगरी थोड़ी अजीबो-गरीब सी हो गई
And
है.
within a year there was a bloodbath.
One mistake entrepreneurs should be, especially the new entrepreneurs, should be very careful of, which they many of them commit when they start their business.
they race to the lowest price point very fast. So they're competing on price, which is the worst lever to compete on. There are so many other levers you can compete on, but most new brands don't have that staying power, the holding power. They just come in entrant as the lowest price possible. They'll get that entry, but then we are talking about repeat business.
If a brand is looking at D2C and bringing some product, should they look at online first or offline first?
Both are okay to look at. Offline, mainline is much more difficult to build. With online, you can get visibility faster because of performance marketing. You can be in front of millions of customers very quickly. But then building up validation, social proof takes time there. जो offline में instantly मिल जाता है. But mainline, offline, I keep on going back to that, it's much more intensive to build. It's much more painstaking and takes much longer time. So which is why you see a lot of brands launch online first. And once they've established enough social proof there, then they will come to the offline market.
When somebody wants to do this online launch, should they be looking at their own website or they should straight away head to these platforms?
Both. We see both, mix of both happening now. Some totally avoid marketplaces. Some are only launched for marketplaces. And now there are brands being exclusively launched for quick commerce.
Okay.
Who are not even going to marketplaces.
Is it?
Yes.
And how are those brands doing? Is that a good strategy?
Personally, I wouldn't do it because I don't want to limit myself to one channel. And as a philosophy, we are more about the consumer, owning the consumer experience. So where even on marketplaces, we can control the consumer experience to a certain point. On quick commerce, it's all about the amount of money you spend, the amount of visibility you get. Customers are not looking at the brand there.
That's a point. That's a good point.
He's looking at a price point and the first thing that pops up, quickest delivery. It could be XYZ unknown brand, he'll buy it.
Driving force is totally different.
Yes.
Driving force is speed and time, I think, more.
It's an urgent need, it's a dire need. Abhi chahiye.
Yeah, correct.
I'll take whatever you give me, give it to me now.
I totally agree. One metric in your business that you track every day and you never miss?
I actually track two. Amongst the big dashboard that I have, I track two. Rejection and defect rate.
Okay.
It should be in control. And second is कितने customer tickets अभी भी खुले हैं या बंद हो गए हैं.
Okay. So focus on customer and focus on rejection.
Yeah.
Which
quality,
is product quality.
Quality.
Happiest day in last 12 years in your business?
Every day is a happy day. Every day is day one.
But one big spike, dopamine hit.
I think when we got our first award, the product got its first award recognition. It was a few years back. One of our slimmest chargers in the world that we developed.
Okay.
We launched it here in India, made in India. And I don't think any other brand has come into that space as yet, not that I'm aware of. That product was not a cheap product. It's not a by the design and technology, it was very expensive, and we launched it. Continues to sell well, and then that product got an award. I think it was quite a high we got.
One thing you feel customer always notices?
Response time.
How fast you're able to fix?
That customer could be a dealer, a distributor, an end user. They notice our response time.
Last but not the least, people who are watching this and looking at you and thinking he's built a solid company, spent 12 years doing things, scaling it big, what would be your 3 important advices to them?
I'd say just be persistent. If you have the belief in what you are doing, then just put your head down, do the work. Don't get distracted by what your competition is doing. Go hyper focus on your consumer segment. So don't broad base too much. Don't try and be everything to everyone. I've said it before also. Choose your channel. Within that channel, choose your consumer. And then once you've accomplished that, then you can start adding some fuel to the fire.
Go deep in that.
Yes.
And as you rightly said, choose your battles wisely. So, thank you so much, Pankaj. It was such a great pleasure to talk to you.
My pleasure as well.
Journey is so interesting and insights are so interesting.
Yeah.
I think everyone who's watching this would have learned a lot from what Pankaj has to say. We wish him best of luck. We wish him a great journey ahead for your company and for himself. And I would see you soon in the next episode of the Startup Cafe podcast. Thank you. Thank you so much.